What's up, everybody? It's Marks here again, bringing you a really quick tip on how to find cash buyers, especially if you already have something under contract. I'm going to show you a way to find a buyer that's already probably interested in the property that you have. Now, there's a bunch of different ways on how to find buyers on the internet, on YouTube. A couple people that I look up to greatly that have different videos on how to find cash buyers, how to find the hottest zip codes. So find buyers, especially if I already have something under contract. Okay, now you guys see here, this is not necessarily my dream house, but this is kind of the way I kind of want my house. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to it. So the way that I find my buyers, let me show you this really quick. So all you need is just internet service. You don't need anything else. You don't need to go buy a list. You don't need to JV with anybody. You don't need to get on Facebook groups and all these other methods. Those methods work. Those are methods that I use daily in my business. But this is for the people who haven't really found success doing that, or they're just looking for a new or a different way to go ahead and find buyers for their contract. The first step, what you want to do is get online and go to Google, or just type into your search bar netaronline.com. What you want to do is you want to go to public records online up here at the very top. You want to click there. What pops up here is a map, and what you want to do is you want to click your state, whatever state you're in. So if you're doing this virtually, I'm in the state of Texas. If I was doing this in California, I would just click here in California. But we'll go ahead and do my market here. So let's say I have a contract already and I'm looking for some buyers that may be interested. Let's see, click on Texas and I go to my county. I am in McLennan County. And what you want to look for is you want to look for something called the GIS, the Geographical Information System. And usually it'll say something in here. Another way you can find the buyers is going to the McLennan County tax office or appraisal district. But that'll be a separate video that I'll show you guys how to do it that way. This way we're going to just be going through the GIS system. And through NetR Online, usually it'll have a link. It'll say McLennan County GIS, and then there'll be a link. But in my county, it does not show that. So the other way you can do this is go back to Google. I'm glad that this happened that way, because there was going to be some people that went to their counties and didn't see it, and they would have called me a liar. So I'm glad that happened. So anyway, what you want to do is type in McLennan County, or whatever your county is, GIS. Hit enter. And what you want to do is you want to find, usually it starts something like this, arcgis.com, and there's like some special algorithms in that web page or web, whatever you call it, that's going to direct it to your county. So obviously I've already been here. It says City of Waco GIS. So I'm going to click here, and it's similar to a Google Maps. So let's see here. All right, so it pulls up this map here, and this shows the map of Waco. And what you want to do is you want to type in the address. So let's say I have this house here at 1225 Sherman. Type in the address here in the search bar. And what will happen is it'll populate here, it'll zoom in on it, and it'll show you this is the address that you said you're interested in. You can click zoom in. I usually don't like doing that. I usually like just zooming in all the way until I can start seeing the structures of the houses. See, they start populating up, so you can start seeing the lot sizes and the, let's see here. So I want to zoom in a little bit further. And what you want to do, you can click show more results. In my county, I don't really like using that button. Let me show you what it does. So I'll click here and it just basically shows me all of this. What I do is I hit the X button. In my county, it might be a little different in yours. In your county, I've seen in some counties I've done virtually, on this left side here, it'll have a bunch of information on the left side and the map will be on the right side. So everything you click, it'll show a picture and all the information on the left side. So their system is a little more updated, a little more advanced than ours, but either way it goes. So you go, I click the X here and it still shows the dot there, so I know I didn't lose it. So I just click inside the property and bam, it pops up the information here. I'll probably have this blurred out because this is actually my first wholesale deal that I've ever had. And this is how I found the buyer. So what I did was I put out bandit signs, I posted on Facebook, and a bunch of different other ways that I went out and tried to find these buyers. So I got on here and I zoomed in a little bit closer, and what I did was I started clicking on the properties around the property that I had, because it's in a lower income area. I started to figure out that there was more buy and hold buyers there rather than some fix and flip buyers there, because it just wouldn't make sense doing a fix and flip in an area where, people aren't really spending the money, but they're renters there. So what I did is I started clicking around. I clicked here. Okay. And what I was doing is I was looking for LLCs. So anyone that popped up that had an LLC, I was going to get their information and I was going to give them a call and say, hey, are you interested? So I did this for about, you see the city of Waco owns this one. I did this for about, I don't even want to put a time frame on it. I did it as long as it took me. And what I did is I eventually got to this property here. This property, this is actually my buyer. This is the person that bought my property. So I wrote this owner's or this buyer's information down, or their name down, and their address, their office. And I ended up finding out who their registered agent is, and I called them and ended up calling a bunch of different buyers, because what I did was I zoomed out a little more once I got all the houses that were in the vicinity. I zoomed out and I started clicking through every street. I would go all the way down this street and I would come back down this street. Every LLC I saw, I would write down and I would get their contact information. I would call them. Hey, I have a property on 1225 Sherman, and it looks like you bought some property in that area over on, let's say, Selma Street. And I was basically calling to see if you were interested in this one over here. Oh yeah, sure. Tell me a little bit about it. So it's nothing but just a phone call. Don't be scared to call these guys. They're just normal people. Sometimes you'll go ahead and talk to someone that's a little rude, but either way it goes, they're always looking for properties, especially if they're actually in this game. So that's the way that I find buyers. That's a quick tip on how I find buyers through the GIS system. Hopefully that helped you out. And I will go ahead and continue giving you guys quick tips, different types of videos that may help you guys out as far as getting your first deal or getting your next deal, or getting consistent in finding deals. Again, like I said, this was my very, very first wholesale deal. I went through this and I clicked every single property. I even spread it out. I think I ended up doing this entire area. I believe I ended up doing that whole area. I just clicked every house in this entire area, and I called every single LLC on this list. I called all of them and basically invited them to the property. This guy was a little hard to find because it was in a family trust. So it took me a little while to find him. This is a quick way on how to find buyers. Really easy, especially if you're in a virtual market and you have this house under contract and you don't really have boots on the ground to find buyers at an auction or the other methods that you find buyers. You can get into the GIS system and you can start clicking around to these homes in the area and find the LLCs and get their contact information, give them a call and see if they're interested. Yeah, what I want you guys to do is, if you're not already following me, please follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook at, I believe it's just Marcus Phillips. That's just my page. Just go ahead and follow me over there. You can find me at Real Marks, RealMarxX on Instagram and on Facebook as well. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be giving you a bunch of content. Sorry it took me so long to get you guys more content, but I'm going to try to get as consistent as possible. I still do this business every day, so I'm kind of playing with, getting you guys content and still being a part of my business to this day. So I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time.